I know you're seeing a lot of traders on social media bragging about making thousands of dollars every single trading day, but the thing is they'll never show like actual proof of the consistent results. Now, in today's video, I want to show you my entire monthly dashboard as to how I've been performing this entire month and since I've been live trading in front of all of you guys. Stick around and I'll show you everything. All right, guys, this is my monthly dashboard for TradeZella across my 20 Apex trading accounts. I have now just refreshed the page. As you can see, this month I am up a little bit over $11,000 from February 1st to the 12th. We started live trading together on YouTube, TikTok at the start of this month. So I wanted to show you guys the transparency that all the trades that I'm taking in front of you guys and the consistency behind my approach is all documented right here. Now, I have a 40% win rate. I'm looking for practically 1 to 2 risk to rewards. This is the loss that we took together live on Tuesday the 3rd. I believe this was another S&P 500 short. This is the win. And then the win Thursday, we all caught these live. And then this was Tuesday this week, Wednesday, and Thursday. As you can see, we have a history of these two red days being on Tuesday. Go readjust, I guess, based off of what goes on in those days, reevaluate in the end of the week and wonder why price is not being in your favor. And I studied and understood that I was trading on these 2 days prior to a high impact news driver that was pretty much impacting my bias and the way that price was delivering in that specific day. Now, obviously, these say 20 trades, 40 trades, 40 trades, 60, whatever it might be. It's because I'm copy trading 20 accounts and it's in multiple of 20s. So if I'm trading 3 contracts, it's going to say 60. And in this case, if I'm trading 2 contracts, it's going to say 40 because I have to take it across 20 accounts and multiply that by 2, whatever it might be. But this is everything that I have so far for the month of February. And I will also do a full update on this at the end of this month too, so you guys see how I'm trading, how I am actually performing in front of you guys. So this is going to be a journey, not just to keep myself accountable, but just to show that you guys should be doing the same thing. I want to show you guys everything that I'm doing, every single trade that I'm taking live. The 20 Apex accounts that I copy trade are literally only meant for live executions for TikTok and YouTube. And you guys will see that. You will see the whole process as to how I'm able to pull consistently over $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a month in payouts for each month that passes trading my strategy of the forever model. Now, in today, I want to go over the trades that I took on the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. So I took 2 trades today, and it's going to be going over the concept and the strategy that I execute in front of you guys all live. So let's hop into the charts and break it down. All right, guys, now we're on the charts, and I'm going to go over the first trade that I took today on February 12th. The first trade that I took was actually a loss, and then the second trade that I took was a win that offsetted the loss. Now, let's look closely as to what is going on here. We had an 8:30 high impact news driver, and then that was the only high impact news event for the day. So, coming into this hourly candle, moving into New York AM session, what is one thing that we can note here between the 3 assets, right? What is one thing that we note? What are we looking for? We're looking for external lows, internal range liquidity pools, stuff like that, like reference points for trades. And then we're also looking for SMT divergence, right? So you come into this day, you're noting like any discrepancies in price, right? What do we see here on the hourly time frame? I see that the Dow Jones has ran out this low here. See that? What does that create between the Dow Jones and the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ? We have a higher low on both of these assets, right? We have a higher low here, we have a higher low here, but we have lower low here, SMT. Now, once I saw this income for indices before the open, I sent this to my Discord and I was like, all right, guys, we have this little SMT built in here. Go to the 15-minute time frame and look at kind of how we were trading. This is what was giving me the inclination to believe that, all right, if we have had this little like SMT built in with a nice run of like an hourly low, an external range liquidity pool, while at the same time, if I flip back to this hourly time frame, what do we also see here? We see that price is kind of within this range. So what we're potentially assuming is that on NQ, maybe ES and the Dow Jones, we can maybe get price to run that external high at 25,465, right? That was kind of going through my head when I'm like watching price this morning. So I made the decision to try and take a long position before equities open, factoring in if price was to go higher, it would go higher from here. Why? Once we have this SMT built in, what does price do following that? It displaces. It kind of gives like a nice little V-shape recovery. We trade lower, we manipulate to then go higher, leaving behind what? A 15-minute bullish fair value gap. So in my head, I'm like, all right, cool. This is, in my head, a decent valid entry with also a up close candle here as a signified breaker. So I took an opportunity on my own to long the 15-minute bullish breaker along with the fair value gap, and then look to target a 1 to 2 risk to reward, kind of just like this. So if price was to trade higher, I was completely comfortable with taking this trade. And I know that if I get stopped out of this trade, then I would be able to have an easy flip of a bias because the inverse fair value gap on the 15 would be set in, and then we would create a bearish breaker on the 15-minute time frame. And then I could look to target shorts. So it was an easy, like a no-brainer in my head of this is worth the risk here. And which is what you guys should always be doing at the same time. Next 15-minute candle comes down. I'm tagged in here. So there it is. And then the next 15-minute candle comes down a little lower. It's still within the gap, so I kind of have hope. But then the 15-minute candle here, boom, takes me out. I take a loss there. So I'm out of this trade here. Now, what happens after this? What did I say? I said, if we inverse that 15-minute bullish fair value gap here, right? What does this now create? This creates 15-minute bearish displacement on the NASDAQ, and it also creates 15-minute bearish displacement potentially forming on the S&P 500. Because look at what's happening here. We're noting SMT divergences simultaneously at the same time. If I go back to this hourly time frame, what is the difference here between the NASDAQ and the S&P 500? We have a lower high here on the NASDAQ. We have a higher high here on the S&P 500. We have SMT divergence between the hourly candle highs, right? So this is what I was noting to everyone in my YouTube live, everyone in my TikTok chat live. Like, all right, guys, this is now confirming bearish sentiment, and it's looking like price is gravitating towards minimum session liquidity down here. This is sell side liquidity, Asia lows. It looks like it's gravitating towards these lows resting here also as well. While at the same time, previous daily low, the range low, right? A whole lot of sell side liquidity that price could now gravitate to after having that change in the state of delivery, right? So I was literally simultaneously at the same time marking off the 15-minute bearish breaker block resting here. And as I'm doing this, while I'm live stream, I'm marking off where a stop loss would be able to go, relatively close to the SMT high, and then potential take profit points for at least minimum 1 to 2 risk to reward that you guys saw. That is what I'm consistently looking for based off of my TradeZello dashboard for the month of February. And as you can see here, next 15-minute candle, boom, gives a kiss and go, goes right to TP in the next literal 15-minute candle. Now, with that being said, this is the trade that I actually took on the S&P 500 here. I'm going to make this a little bigger and show you guys exactly what I did here. Because I did not catch the trade on NASDAQ because it happened so fast, and I was walking price through it as we were going on. I'm doing my step 1, my step 2 to step 3 analysis and execution. So 15-minute time frame on the S&P 500 does the same exact thing, right? We have the same setup. Now we have the change in the state of delivery. We have everything coming into play here. All I needed to do here was look to see if price is going to continue lower, it is going to have a retracement back up into that breaker to then go lower. Because look at the timing of this trade too. The timing is 15-minute candle closure at 9:45. The next 15-minute candle is the new hourly and 4-hour candle, right? So if we're bearish and we're looking to gravitate price lower to Asia lows here, we're looking to gravitate lower to these lows here, or anything below us previous daily low as well. Anything like that, I know that ES will play catch up based off of what market structure is doing and aligning itself with the draw on liquidity and time. So I took my entry point at the tag of that breaker resting here and my stop loss right at this candle high on the 15 for a 1 to 2 risk to reward, just like that. And boom, that was all I needed to do here. on the S&P 500. I have a stop loss set in at somewhere that's comfortable for me, and I have my entry taken at a proper time, anticipating a 4-hour and hourly open high, low close. That is it. All I need to do. Next 15-minute candle comes in, tags me in on the S&P 500, while at the same time leaving relative equal lows at Asia. Next 15-minute candle does this, gives a nice little clean tag at this 15-minute bearish fair value gap, while at the same time creating an SMT divergence within that 15-minute gap. So you can see higher high on the S&P 500. We have a lower high on the Dow Jones here. So I'm getting more of an enhancement and the market tipping its hand to me that we're willing to go lower. Next 15-minute candle, boom. It is like the kiss of death. Now, obviously, I look for only 1 to 2 risk to rewards on all my trades. That is my strict cutoff because I'm just making sure that I'm matching the consistency of my prop firms in regards to when I'm looking to take my payouts. I want to make sure that I'm consistently making relatively the same amount of money on every single trade that I take, and consistently losing the same amount of money on every single trade that I take based off of my risk. And as you can see, the losing trades that I've taken, I've lost the same amount on both Tuesdays this week and last week. And in the wins, they're roughly in the same range. So with this process that I'm showing you guys here, it is very consistent. It is very, very easy to follow. And it is just a simple 1-step, 2-step, 3-step of where you execute and you shoot. And when you shoot, you trust your stop loss, you trust your take profit, and you let the trade ride. You should not feel uneasy. You should not feel hesitant in regards to taking these trades. You need to trust yourself. You need to trust the data that you have backed behind all of these trades that you're taking, and you will be fine in the long run. Marathon, not a sprint. Now, if you stick around, if you just hang with me for this journey of all the live trades that we're doing together, all of the trade breakdowns, all of the education that I'm trying to pour you guys out, you guys will be in the same situation that I'm in, portraying the knowledge that I know works. And if you do it, you'll believe me. And if you just hang around, you'll see it for yourself and you'll be like, damn, he really was right, because I just know. It's been years of me being in this game for 6 years now. And I'm happy that you guys are a part of it and continuously learning week by week, month by month, and year by year. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You liked it. And if you have any sort of comments, drop it below. I read everything. And like always, be safe. Good luck, good trading. And I will see you guys all in the next upload. Take care, everybody.